Lon Cola into the conversation. She's a sustainability content creator in Saskatoon. You can find her, her handle is Do More Good on Instagram and on Facebook. She's also the CEO and co-founder of Reroute, a new small business in Saskatoon that picks up people's unwanted goods and recyclables. Lon, welcome back to Blue Sky.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so I think these are topics that are dear to your heart. What do you want to start with? Because I know that you took on a challenge. You didn't want to bring in more than 5 things into your life, right? Was that in 2024? How'd that go?
Yeah, you bet. That was my challenge for 2024, the rule of 5, where I challenged myself to only bring in 5 new pieces of clothing, shoes, accessories, jewelry. And I only ended up buying 2 new things this year. So
Really?
it worked out really good. And I also, like you just said, I didn't want to go crazy thrifting. So I only ended up buying about 10 clothing items thrifted as well. So it really made me think about my purchases. Can I get this secondhand? Do you really need this? So totally resonate with everything you and Amanda
Yeah.
have been saying.
So what did you learn about yourself through that process? The fact that you did better than you thought you could, that's interesting. But just what did you learn through this?
I just, all in all, think I really don't need much. We really just overconsume, buy too much. If you really think about, do I really need this? And if you do really want it after a bit of time, can I buy this secondhand? Can I buy this more ethically, sustainably produced? And you can always find something that's a better option, right? With clothing, with anything.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's the goal, or at least something that I'm going to try and be better at this coming year, bringing in less stuff. But today we're focusing on decluttering, right? And so that's part of the process is, just trying to create space in our homes. And so this connects to your business idea. I want you to tell us a bit about this. Where did this idea come from for Reroute?
It was my husband's idea, actually. With Do More Good, everyone's always asking me, Lon, where can I recycle this? Or Lon, do you know where I can donate this to? And we thought, why not make it easier? You can just pay a small fee and we'll pick it up for you and we'll do all the work. You don't have to research where stuff goes. You don't have to put it in your car and find the time to take it there. We'll do all that for you. And it just makes life simpler. And I really feel that, everyone wants to do the best they can, but, people work full time, their parents, they got hobbies. It's just, there's not enough time in the day. So we're trying to help people be better for the community and the environment at the same time.
Yeah, so you're really intentional to make sure that the things that people are trying to get rid of end up in a place where they can be used. So maybe give us a few examples of how you're connecting those items with an organization or a person who will actually make use of the item.
Yeah. So our business has 4 parts. Like you said, we're picking up recycling, we're picking up Sarcan refunding, household hazardous waste, which if you're decluttering a garage, you might have a lot of that to get rid of. But right now, the really popular thing is our giver package, which is donations. So we're picking them up from you. We're sorting through each little thing and we're taking them directly to organizations that want those things, or we're directly sourcing people that need them. So a lot of times people, just drop stuff off, and that organization might not even need that. So it's really, we got our finger on the pulse and we're looking for organizations that need it or people that directly are calling out for help in that area. But we sort through things. If an organization wants pens, we're giving that to them. If they want water bottles, we're taking them there. So it's really, like you said, intentional.
Wow. Because I think often people will just they kind of want a one-stop shop or a one-stop drop place. So like Value Village is something that comes to mind, right? You just like fill your trunk, off it goes, and you don't really know where it ends up. And this is a different approach. Did somebody really need pens? Is that an actual example?
Yeah, tons of, in September for school supplies, tons of organizations want it. And all the time there's people that need journals for writing and all sorts of things. So it's really cool to know exactly what these organizations need, and that when people give it to us, it's it's going to where it will actually be used.
I have a lot of crayons that I want to get rid of, and I know that there are actually people in the city who are recycling crayons and turning them into, cute little, new shapes and whatnot, and selling those. But that's something that comes to mind that I have a lot of in my house that I need a place for them to go that's actually useful. How interested are people in this, in what you're doing?
Oh yeah, people are super pumped about it. We've had tons of good feedback. I think just knowing that, we're actually not just dropping it off somewhere, we're sorting it. And I really think there's hardly anything that I can't find a place for, which is honestly so cool. Like, if we don't have an organization that's taking those things, we'll directly like do call outs and be like, does anyone need this? Like, we had a rural school give us a ton of lattice, and I was like, oh no, what am I going to do with this? And then we ended up donating it to the wildlife rehab, and they put it as like partitions in the critters' cages so they could have privacy. So it's just outside of the box thinking. We got a toilet a few weeks ago, and you think, oh, who's going to want a toilet? But people that are renovating, if it's a good, clean, workable toilet, I can find someone that will use it.
Wow. And then in the content creation that you're doing on social media, are you also helping people maybe take a moment to pause before they just trash an item? Like even just thinking before giving it away, how can we make the most of the stuff that we have? Is that part of the content creation that you're doing, making people think before they give it away?
Yeah, I hope so. That's one of my goals for sure. Like, to consume less and use what we have, I think is like the basis of sustainability, right? Like if you don't need a new water bottle because you have glasses or you have five in your cupboard, right? And then if we're just constantly donating things to buy new things, it's just, the cycle it's not helping anything. So definitely want people to think about using their things. And then at the end of the life with you, if they are clean and donatable and can be used by someone, let's mindfully rehome them to make sure they're going to someone who actually could use them.
Okay, so getting back to your challenge that you took on in 2024, are you thrifting less? Like, obviously you brought less into your home this year.
Yeah, I actually don't buy much, to be honest. I like thrifting because it's fun. I think of it as kind of, most people might think of a home sense, right? You go in, you don't know what you're gonna find. And when you do find something, it's usually nostalgic, or it just makes your heart happy, and you can know that it's secondhand and you're saving it from the landfill. But yeah, I'm not a big shopper really, and I think I used to be, but now I've really honed into like putting at least a week on a purchase to say, do I really need this, and think about it. And most of the time I forget about it by day 3. So it just goes to show, just thinking about your purchases really helps.
So can I ask you the 2 new things that you did buy this year? Are they personal items, or can I ask you what you ended up buying?
No, I bought a bathing suit,
Yeah.
and I bought a pair of high heels. So both things were kind of investment pieces that I will plan to have for a very long time.
Any goals for 2025 related to this stuff?
Oh, I wanted to do. I've been thinking, what is my challenge this year? And I think people really like the rule of 5, so I'm going to continue it again. But mostly in my life, I want to try source everything secondhand. I am a big secondhand shopper to begin with, but there are times, I'm a mom, I have a busy family. That Amazon is quick, and like Amanda said, you got to give yourself some grace. I'm not here to be judgmental. I don't want anyone to get overwhelmed. It's just thinking about what we're purchasing. And, like my slow cooker blew at Christmas, and I was like, okay, I'll Amazon one, or I'll go to Walmart. But instead I was like, no, I'm going to go on Marketplace. And maybe, buying a secondhand appliance, lots of people would be like, oh, I don't know, but why not? Right? Like there's so
Yeah.
much out there.
Yeah. Lon, so good to talk to you today. Thank you. And thanks for your business.